Welcome back to Apple Tree Allotment. Come down on a Wednesday morning, about 9 o'clock this morning. It's a fairly nice day, although it's a bit chillier than it has been. But I think it's going to be dry for a few days. So I've got to come down. I've got my second early potatoes with me. So last week I planted my first early Casablanca seed potatoes in the bit where you can see the grass clippings on the top of. So this week I'm going to get in my second earlies from the end of where this stick is where the first earlies end. I might sow a line of flower seeds, see what I've got with me in between, and then carry on for the second earlies, and then we'll be able to get some main crops in the end of there in a week or two. So that's my first job I want to get done. I brought down my big box of seeds that I've sorted out that are ready to go in April, May. So I'll go through there and see what else we can get in. Last week got this row of peas in. So ideally I'd like to get some more peas in here. And then in May I'll start putting all the French beans in further up here. Although I might sow some broad beans further up, right at the end of this bed. I haven't really bothered with them this year, but I might just sow a few, just because why not? I'd like to get some carrots in. I think they were going to go in that bed there. So ideally I'd like to get some of those in as well, get them started. And have a look through what else we can get in. It's really that time now to get a lot of these things started, so need to sort of crack on with that. I've got a load of stuff planted at home, so I've got some peas starting at home that we'll probably use for shoots, but some of them can come down here as well as plants. Got tomatoes started that we planted at home that are doing pretty well, and then we've got a load of flowers and herbs, basil and things going as well. And I'll start off some beans soon as well at home, I think, that can come down as plants in addition to the ones that I sow direct, just to give us a chance to see what we can get in. Rest of the plots doing okay. There's no leaks coming up yet. I sowed a row last week and a row 2 weeks ago. They haven't appeared yet. I did transplant. I found a couple of little leeks growing on the other side. Garlic, I think it was. So I did transplant them. And then over here we've got rhubarb's doing well. One at home's doing well as well. It's not quite as big as this one though. But this one is not going to be that far off. Enjoying some rhubarb, so that's good news. And then it's our leek bed down here, and our garlic. Garlic's looking good. I'm happy with that. That's looking pretty good. Ones at the end are slowly catching up, and the strawberries are starting to green up. I've been slowly going through these patches, just taking out some of the weeds and things, getting them ready. I'll do a bit of that each time I come down. And then the raspberries, the autumn fruiting raspberries, have shot up a lot this week actually. It's good to see. There's a lot. They're definitely covering a lot more space than they used to. They've definitely spread a lot, which is really nice. So they're spreading out. This side was all quite empty when I took this plot on, but they've spread over this way quite nicely. Happy to see them coming back. I do want to either change this siding on here. This is like some sort of plasticky furniture stuff that the last plot holder put on, or a few ago put on I think, which stands up to time. It's in very good condition, but would be nice. I'd thought about putting some like sort of picket fencing around it. I wanted something higher to stop them, because they all sort of fall over towards the end of the year when they're quite tall. So it'd be nice to keep them in a bit more so they're not not sort of flopping over the paths, so it's easy to get round. Yeah, that'll be a job for another day. So the first job definitely want to get done today is get these second early Charlotte seed potatoes in. So there's about, I think it's about 17 there, so about the same as I had for the first earlies. And these were from B&Q, I can see them when I was in there one day. Charlotte, we've grown Charlotte almost every year, I think, and they normally do pretty well. So quite happy with those. They will go in. They can go in March, April, May, so we're about in the middle of that now. So that's not bad timing. And hopefully, yeah, be ready around July, August. Towards the end, into August probably, I should think. So yeah, I'm going to space these out on this bed and see how much room they take up. So that's them all laid out. Yeah, there was 17, so that's a nice little run of those taking us up to this bit here, and leaves us room for about same, little bit more for another bag of main crops up the end. I've planted all those potatoes. I've just popped a little stick in at the end to show where they finish, so I know I can start planting the main crops. One thing I just realised I forgot to say was about building this bed. So after last week, I managed to get another day down here and change these beds from they were 4 or 5 different beds, and I've joined them all together. I did have to replace a few pieces with some of the stuff from my sort of stockpile, but yeah, so I managed to get that all in one nice long line now, so gives me a little bit more room and more sort of length to play with. I'm not restricted to one size little beds, matching the rest of this plot. So we've now got 4 nice long beds on here, so pretty good. And I went back to the recycling plant and got some more soil improver to fill it up. So yeah, that's pretty good. I'm going to try and go again soon, and I need some more soil for those new beds, but as these potatoes grow, I'll put grass clippings around them, but if I can, I'll get some more soil improver as well and keep topping them up to mound up the potatoes, earth them up. Yeah, so that was a big win last week. Got this new bed all done. Been trying to do that for a long time, so it's good that that's done, and it's cut out some of the sort of bits that were getting a bit rotten, and it was all recycled wood anyway, so this was the first bit I built on this plot, this side, so they were pretty old, some of those bits, so they've done pretty well considering they'd already been on someone's decking for 20 plus years. But yeah, they're pretty happy with that. So yeah, that's the potatoes in. I'll see if I've got some flower seeds I can put just in between. I did leave a gap before the end of this netting, so I might fill that little space up with a few flowers. I've got this packet of wildlife attracting flowers I'm going to sow between the first and second early potatoes. So these should flower June to October. So gone slightly longer than the potatoes, but I think they'll look good. A nice mix of colour. So we'll just fill up this this bit at the end between the grass and the netting there. I went on a bit of a side quest while I was over this way. It's quite weedy over the back here. This has always been a really dark area, so not really much going on over here. We did grow a load of potatoes last year, which I harvested quite a lot of, I think. I did leave some in. I remembered it sort of got too wet and I gave up. So I've pulled out these that I can use to plant somewhere else. Obviously I've no idea what they are. They were all self-sets from around the plot, so it's a bit of a see what you get. But yeah, so I've pulled out all the weeds. I've put the good soil into the rhubarb bed, topped that up a bit, and obviously gone through it, get rid of any weeds the best I can, and pulled out a whole bucket full of weeds. And now I'm going to move the kids' play area over here, and eventually I'll do the rest of this. But for now, that should be enough room to get the mud kitchen over here entire, and I'll put down some weed fabric and some more bark chips. I'll move the ones I've got, and I've got a little pile here I can move. So yeah, I'm going to do that next. So I've finished moving the kids' play area, mud kitchen, all that stuff. Obviously quite a bit of work, but I've moved. I did have a bit of weed fabric that took up most of that space, and then I used some of the old one that was under it before around the edges, folded over, so that should be okay. Yeah, so that looks really good now. Got a bit of a seating area, play area, and that's all in the bit that's in sort of shade most of the time anyway, so never really got on much with it. The soil that came out of it is actually really nice. It's really nice to see. That was a lot of manure collected from a local stables that I put on there and left over well over a winter, I think, to compost. And yeah, that soil's looking really good. I think it was mixed with some of the soil improver as well. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. So I've put that around the rhubarb and filled that bed up a little bit, which is useful. And then we've got this nice big space now. It's amazing how big that space is actually now. I've moved those bits. I've pulled out some of the old wood from the old plot holders. There's a bit at the back I need to get out as well actually. But yeah, I've pulled a load of that out. And then I can work out where these beds are going to go. Some of the bark chippings at the bottom of the play area were pretty composted, so I've chucked them in the bottom of one of the beds for now. But it's not sort of final position or anything yet. Just sort of moved them across a bit, so I can work out what's going to go there, and I'll go and get some more soil for that as well. So that's nice to open that up. That's in a really nice sunny position. It's in the sun now, so that's good. And it gives me room around the shed and things if I want more water butts or anything like that. At some point I'll cut those. I need to cut that bushes down again a bit, getting a bit higher again. But yeah, that's good. Nice to get that bit of sort of maintenance done, big jobs done. So I've got more growing space and kids' play areas tidied up so they can come and play while we water and things. Yeah, so that's nice. There's quite a few people here this morning from about 10. They've all gone home for lunch now, so it's nice and quiet here again now. So I'm going to do a bit more sowing of seeds. Might have a bit of a lunch break first, and then get some more in. Probably things like cabbage, maybe some peas, beans. Yeah, we'll see where we get to, but plot's looking good. Slowly getting all those big jobs done that I've wanted to do all winter, and ironically it's been too wet and now it's too dry, in our area at least. So yeah, it's nice to be able to get out and do those. Little lunch break, and then I've mowed all the lawns and got a bit of grass clippings for the potatoes. Dug over the rest of this bed, try and get some more seed potatoes out and get some of those roots out. It's mainly the stinging nettle roots. So I had not normally something I do on this plot, but have a good dig over. I think I got most of it out. So I'll probably put some plastic over this, or some weed fabric, and cover it up for now. Semi-tempted. If I can get some more bark chippings, I'll extend the play area a little bit. If not, I'll I might sow some flower seeds in there or something. We also got, the kids came down and finally harvested these carrots, the last of the carrots from last year. There's a few good ones there, and our rabbit will like the tops, so I'll give them to her at home. And yeah, I've got all these potatoes I can plant. Bit of variety there, so yeah, we'll see what come of that. I'll plant them probably just after the second earlies in that bed, and yeah, make the most of those. And then I think that's probably it for today. It's getting towards about 3 o'clock now, so go home, get a bit more work done, and yeah, it's a good day at the plot. Got lots done, lots of things I've been meaning to do for a long time. It's nice to get those that kitchen area moved and the beds in place over here. Put some more potatoes in. Yeah, got lots of growing space now to get some more things in. So I hope you enjoyed watching a bit more spring prep and a bit of planting, and look forward to talking to you soon.